Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. I'm doing an eclipse reading and I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to do a short one for each sign of the zodiac. So if you have sun, moon, rising, some people even include their Venus or their Mars if you know where those are. But I would focus on sun, moon, rising for sure. I'm going to go sign by sign, start with Aries, and I'm using a different deck. I'm using a specific deck for the fire signs and then a different one for the earth signs, different one for water, different one for air, like that. So I'm going to start with Aries. I'm just going to start with the first sign of the zodiac. And the eclipse is on the 28th of October. And Aries right now has the North Node, which is where we're headed as a collective, you know, as like all of us. Our destiny is moving towards figuring out what we want. Who are we? It's a very personal sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's fire. We also have Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries right now. Excuse my voice. I'm just really tired tonight, but I wanted to do this. I figured if I did 2 a night, I could get through all 12 before the eclipse. So we'll see how many I can do tonight. But so anyway, I have pulled some cards for Aries, and then you'll probably have to wait for me to shuffle while I'm doing Taurus because I didn't pull them, so I probably should have, but next time I will, but didn't think of it. So anyway, you guys got an awesome reading. So if you have sun, moon, or rising in Aries, and maybe even sometimes a little bit of if you're Venus or Mars, if you know where they are, that can affect you too. Remember, the sun is your whole self. The moon is your emotional self, your childhood, your intuitive side. Your rising sign is who you present to the world, how you interact with the world. Venus rules your relationships and what you value. And Mars is your physical body, your sexuality, and your desire, and in a way, your spiritual self too. Okay, so this is for Aries. So first I draw the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, she's got everything she needs, and she's very calm, and she's very patient. So this is telling you to be patient, and you will get what you want. It's a time to be, oh, how embarrassing. I'm sorry, I was nervous today, and when I do that, I shred myself. Sorry, not very attractive. Anyway, so be patient. And you may be feeling kind of like you have it all together right now. The North Nodes are in your sign, so that's good. But so is Chiron. So there should be a little bit of you that's feeling maybe some wounding, but maybe not. Depends on where, you know, what you have in Aries. And then we get the Fool. This is the card of Aries. This is the beginning of the zodiac. It's the beginning of the tarot. The Fool rules Aries. Here you go on a new adventure. And Aries loves nothing more than a new adventure, especially if the odds are stacked against them and they're going to save someone. And I say that with great fondness because my Mars is in Aries, so I like that sign. So you're going to start out with something new, or at least a feeling of, like, even if it's not a new project, which I suspect it is because there's so many pentacles, you're going to feel like a new person. But I think it's a new, action. And here's why. Because then we get the Wheel of Fortune. Arianrod. I remember her from Welsh mythology. Beautiful name. Probably I'm mangling it, but I love Celtic shapes. They're my favorite. Again, pardon my voice. Anyway, so you have the Wheel of Fortune. So if things have not been feeling great for you since you've had, oh, there goes my voice. Since you've had Chiron moving through your sign, and you had Jupiter there a while ago, but he's out now. He's in Taurus. But if you've been feeling kind of not so great, I think things are going to pick up for you. And the opposite could be true, but I don't know, I'm feeling like this is a definite move in a good direction because all your cards are awesome. So I think if you have Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and again, maybe even some Venus or Mars in Aries, and again, if you don't know, look at Cafe Astrology or astro.com and you can get it free. Things are going to turn in your direction in the next month. Yes, They are. And then we get the Nine of Pentacles, and this is the person who has everything and is completely happy and satisfied and contented on her own, or his own. I mean, she's a woman, but this is just like having everything you need and knowing it and feeling strong in your own power. So this is great. I wonder if it's because the North Nodes are in your sign. This is great for Aries, honestly. And then I drew, I'm so sorry I wasn't like this 5 minutes ago. I drew an overall energy card, and I draw the Magician. So you're able to manifest. I wish I knew how to pause this thing. I have no idea how to pause it. There's supposed to be a pause button, but I don't have one. Oh, that same little bug just flew in front of me that was here last night. Well, hello. Okay, whatever. Excuse me, I apologize. Hope this isn't your first time listening. You're going to think I always sound like this. Okay, only half the time. You can manifest. So be really focused on what you desire, because you can literally manifest it. You've got some awesome cards. This is an amazing reading for Aries. Wow. Like, wow. Okay. So, let me draw you an oracle card just for, you don't even need one, honestly. Community. This is always good. Doesn't really feel like it fits the rest of the reading, but you know what? It's kind of hard to be happy if you're not part of a community, so maybe you're going to find your tribe. I don't know. Okay, that's what came out. So, there you go, Aries. I hope that's helpful. I think, you know, when I say the eclipse, it's on the 28th, but it reverberates. So I would say that this is probably going to last like a month. Seriously. I would say probably throughout Scorpio season anyway. Okay, now we're going to do Taurus. Now you have to wait for me to, I would sing while I shuffle, but you don't want me to. Trust me. Okay, Taurus. What's going to happen? Let me tell, what I'll do is I'll look at the upcoming eclipse, which is a lunar eclipse, which is always a full moon, is in your sign. And the moon will be widely conjunct about 6 degrees from Jupiter, okay, which is expansion, so very emotional for you. But they are opposite Mercury, Mars, and the Sun in Scorpio. So some deep stuff could be coming up for you because of the Scorpio aspect, and also very emotional. Okay, these two both wanted to come out together, so you get 5 cards. Maybe this is supposed to be the overall energy card. I don't know. Let me draw one more because I didn't do an overall energy. Since the eclipse is in your sign, you should get an extra card anyway. I can't tell. They're like, they all want to come out. We can't have the whole deck. Come on, people are waiting patiently, I hope. Okay, we're just going to take this one. Okay, overall energy card. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so as I said, you're going to have the moon. It's a lunar eclipse in Taurus. It's conjunct to Jupiter, which magnifies and enlarges everything, rules philosophy and, in a way, spirituality. It's opposite Mercury, which is your thinking, Mars, which is your physical self and your desires, and it's opposite the Sun because it's a full moon eclipse. All lunar eclipses are full moons. So it's opposite a lot of Scorpio energy. So what do we start out with? The Devil. Oh my gosh. Okay, so whenever we have a full moon, the Sun and the Moon are both illuminated. And, you know, you can see the entire moon. So something that's in your subconscious, you're in touch with your emotions when we have a full moon. This is an eclipse, so part of it's hidden. So something that's hidden may actually be coming to the surface in a sort of a, I want to use the word surreptitious, if you know that word, sneaky way. Like it may not be totally obvious, but it will become obvious. It's going to come through your subconscious, since everything opposite it, like Mercury and Mars and the Sun are in Scorpio. So I am not surprised to get this. Okay, this is what you're attached to on a subconscious level. You may discover an attachment, something that you didn't know about yourself. I don't think it's about anyone else. I think it's about you. Something comes to the surface. But that's good because everything needs to come to the surface to be healed. And then we get the Page of Cups. What comes to the surface is emotional. And it's very raw and it's very new. It's kind of a new emotional insight, or it doesn't have to be an insight. It could be a feeling. Like, let's say you have an insight, or you had an insight a week ago, and then you're trying to forgive yourself or practice self-love or compassion or whatever. Here it is. He's bringing it to you. He's like, okay, you know, nurture that tender emotion that this brings out in you. That's what the Page of Cups does. He nurtures tender emotions. And you're going to need to. And then we get the Ten of Pentacles. And again, Taurus is an earth sign. Pentacles are earth. 10 is the last of the numbers. So it's like a culmination. I don't think this is so much having everything you need as it is the end of something. It's like the culmination of something on an earthly level with this eclipse. Interesting that it's, you know, in your earth sign of Taurus. Okay, then we get the Queen of Swords, and she's in reverse. And I told you that the moon's going to be opposite Mercury, which is thinking. The Queen of Swords is the queen of thought. Thoughts are upside down at this time. Emotions rule because of the moon conjunct Jupiter. So your emotions are going to rule, and I would try probably not to do a lot of overthinking or overanalyzing or communicating, because it's not going to be a great time for that, frankly. Just hang on to your stability, because you do have that inside you. I wouldn't try to mentally figure this out right now. And then we get the Five of Swords in reverse. So there's been some tension with others. And he's kind of picking up the swords after the battle, but it's in reverse. So does this mean the battle is over? No, it means the cleanup from the battle isn't over yet. It's not over yet. There's been an internal or an external problem with communication or thinking, and you thought it was over. You're hoping it's over, but it's not quite over. But it give it another month. It's being cleaned up, but it's not done yet. Thought is not the way out of this. Okay, what's our overall energy card for Taurus? Strength. Strength. You're going to need it, but you have it. You've got Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter will give you the strength to get through this. Okay, Jupiter will. Okay, let me draw you an oracle card. Okay, Taurus, with my lovely Taurus people, what do they have to hang on to? They're blessed. You're blessed during this eclipse, and you're going to need it, frankly, with the Devil and the Queen of Swords in reverse. But don't worry, the universe has got you. You're going to be okay. So this might be a rough ride, but you've got the strength and you're blessed, and the Page of Cups is coming in. You're going to be okay. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Okay, do I want to do, what the heck? I'm already here. So I was only going to do 2 signs. And again, I'm going to try to mark them this time. I think I figured it out. Okay, so after Taurus comes Gemini. So let me shuffle the cards for Gemini. Let's see. Gemini has nothing in it right now. No planets are in Gemini. Gemini is opposite Sagittarius, and there's nothing in Sagittarius right now either. So how is this? Okay, these both came out. How's this eclipse going to affect people with Gemini? I have a hunch, but it's not coming out the way I thought. Huh. Okay, interesting. Okay, this one's flipped out too. Well, okay, we got 2. Well, We got 2 overall energy cards. Okay, you get a bonus card too, so did Taurus. Okay. We start off with the 8 of Wands. Movement. So you're moving on from something. This eclipse allows you to see something and you're moving on. You're moving away from something. You're moving in a good direction, okay? And then we get the High Priestess. So even though Gemini is a very rational, mental energy, very, rational, scientific thinking sign, you cannot avoid the subconscious at this time because we are having a lunar eclipse. So get ready for a deep dive into the subconscious, and with all that Scorpio energy, it's kind of unavoidable. So get ready for that. You get the Strength card. So you are going to be feeling strong during this eclipse, but you may have to tame some inner demons. You may have something that wants to come out that you are going to wrestle with a bit, but you're going to be victorious. You're going to be victorious. And then we get for you the Queen of Pentacles. So here's your stability, okay? Stay grounded. Stay grounded in the full moon is in Taurus, which is, she's got the bulls. She is a Taurian figure. Stay grounded in the physical. That will help you immensely. Don't go off in your head, because this is going to be a physical eclipse for you. You're going to feel this more in your body than your mind. And the subconscious may reveal itself through your body. But you know what? This is just telling me for you to stay grounded. Stay grounded during this time. And then I drew 2 overall energy cards. I meant to draw 1, but 2 came out. We get the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from something. And I don't think it's going to happen right away. It might be at the end of the month, or the end of Scorpio season, which is like, what, November 21st, 2nd, something like that. You're going to turn your back on something emotional. So maybe whatever you're moving on from, you're moving towards, there's some movement, there's some subconscious, some strength. Stay grounded. It will allow you to discover what you need to leave behind. And remember, the South nodes are in Libra. And so this could be leaving a relationship. And I don't know that for sure. I don't see a lot of relationship energy here, but that is where the South nodes are. But this eclipse is going to have an effect on you and move you on from something that was no longer serving you. Okay, and then I also drew this as this came with it. So here's the Knight of Cups, and he's a step up from the Page of Cups. So he's bringing in some new emotion, and it's an offer. It's an emotional offer. Is it an offer from another person? I don't know. I don't see much relationship energy here, but you get a new emotion, and it's quite a strong one. I mean, he comes in with a really good offer of something emotional, some support from someone. Even if it's from yourself, it's much needed, because you're walking away from something else that was emotionally toxic for you or emotionally sad. This is movement in a good direction. So I'd say overall, this eclipse is going to move you in a good direction as long as you stay grounded. And you might have to, overcome a little, tame the lion just a bit, but you're going to learn something about yourself during this eclipse, something that was in the subconscious, and it's going to help you move away from something unpleasant, and it will bring in fresh, positive emotional energy. Okay, let me draw you an oracle card, just one for Gemini. What are our Gemini folks? What do they get? Okay, a change in the wind. Well, that goes with the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. Movement. Something changes as a result of this eclipse. And when I say the eclipse, I'm really talking about basically almost the entire month of November. I think pretty much when the sun goes into Scorpio, it's going to be 5 degrees Scorpio during the eclipse. I think this is sort of Scorpio season also, we're going to call it. A change in the wind for you. Okay, a big change, a positive change. Okay, the bad thing about this is you have to sit here and listen to me shuffle. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to stop, and I'll do some more tomorrow night. So, we just did Gemini. We are doing Cancer. Okay, so Cancer right now has no planets transiting in it right now. But anytime the moon is affected, this is a lunar eclipse, it affects Cancerians because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Okay, 2 cards came out together today. What do our Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus and Mars as well, Mercury even. But I think Sun, Moon, Rising I'm going to focus on. Okay, come on, cards. One more for Cancer. Okay, this one. Pop that, and then I'm going to draw an overall energy card for Cancer. Cancer, come on, Cancer. Cancer can't make up its mind tonight. They all want to come out. You can't all come out. I need one. Well, 2 flipped out of the bottom, so okay. Okay, so what's up with Cancer during this eclipse and the next month following? We get the 2 of Wands, a decision. You're feeling torn between 2 choices, 2 desires, actually, because Wands are desires. So, feeling torn. And then the 5 of Cups. Ecstasy. Okay, in the other decks, it's someone who's all alone, but since I drew this deck for you, I'm going to use this deck for the water signs, we get ecstasy. You're happy on your own. You're enjoying this. This eclipse is going to bring you some kind of happiness. So you have a decision to make, then some happiness. I'm going to try to put these together. Then we get the Queen of Pentacles. Stay grounded. Not easy to do when you're a Cancerian, but stay grounded. I think you're going to feel grounded, actually. I think you're going to enjoy this eclipse, and I think you're going to feel grounded in spite of having to make a decision. Feeling grounded, staying grounded will definitely help you. And then we end up with the King of Swords. Okay, this is thinking. Cancers are usually more to feel, but we did get the 5 of Vessels, which is the 5 of Cups. So you are feeling. It's going to be a very emotional full moon in a good way, lunar eclipse. But you also need to do some thinking. You're in control of your thinking for once. Your emotions are not going to override your logic. Not during this eclipse and not during this eclipse season. You have a decision to make. You're going to use your emotions because you always do. You're going to use your body, your grounded, feeling, your steadiness, and you're going to use your mind. So nothing is missing. Nothing is missing, except we could use some more wand energy because this is a decision card. But look for your, okay, aha, here we go. Your overall energy card. I drew the Page of Swords. It's called arrows in this one. This is a new idea. A brand new idea pops up during the eclipse or in the month afterwards, during most of November. A brand new idea comes to light. And the Page of Wands. Desire, a brand new desire. So you start out with feeling torn between 2 desires. By the end of Scorpio season, November 21st or something like that, you're going to know which one you desire. You're going to know. So you've got every single one of the elements here. You've got fire, you've got air, you've got earth, and you've got water. This is going to be a good eclipse for you. It's going to help you make a decision about what you truly desire. And there's going to be a lot of thought involved. It's not going to be just an emotional choice. It's going to be logical as well. Okay? Oh, I need to write an oracle card. Everybody else got one. So for Cancer, what's their, ooh, okay. Powerful. Truth be told, you're going to know. You're going to know. On a gut level, on a physical level, on a spiritual level, you're going to know what you want by the end of this season. And when I say season, I mean Scorpio season, which ends, as I said, November. I should have looked it up, 21st, something like that. It starts on, when does it move in? Is it the 23rd? What's today? Oh, I need a calendar in here. This is ridiculous. My phone's in the other room. Yeah, it starts on the October 23rd. The sun moves into Scorpio. So you're going to learn something. You are going to make a decision. And it's going to be what you want. And it's going to make you happy. Okay? Okay, I'm going to stop there. And then tomorrow night I will do some more. I got through 4. Pretty good. And I'm going to try to timestamp these. So I hope I can do this. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I will see you again, hopefully tomorrow night. Okay, good night. Thank you.